It has been a very back and forth season, folks, but we have played our best football as of late, winning our last 3 games by multiple scores each and holding our opponents to less than 10 in all 3 games. We're coming off a really big win, a 31-9 victory over the Dallas Cowboys last week, but now we've got a big matchup against the Seahawks here in Week 12. The winner of this game takes sole first place here in the NFC West division. Both teams come in bolstering top 10 offenses, but we are missing Raheem Finch today as he suffered a PCL sprain in practice, so he is done. And we're going to go back to our Year 8 playbook from last year because the Year 9 playbook, simply put, we're throwing the ball way too much and we've thrown so many interceptions using it that we've got to try what was working for us for pretty much all of last year. Here we go against Seattle, folks. If you enjoy the series and the video, please like and subscribe and comment your thoughts down below. It goes a long way and gets my channel out to a lot more people. But without further ado, Week 12 is officially underway here in SoFi. The Rams will start with the football. Whoever wins this game moves to 7-4 on the season, and again, takes sole first place of the division. Here we go. We start from the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, complete to Trevor Offord. Across the 35 and tackled down at the 32 in Seattle territory. A 47-yard pickup. Right past the outstretched arms of Marcus Green, who is an X-Factor corner. That's a nice opening play right there. Gonna stick with the air. The next play, and we had a man open for a touchdown, and Wagner just missed him. Overthrew David Jackson. We dump it for Matthew Williams on the very next play to set up 3rd down and long. Wagner under pressure. That's Julius Allen on the sack. Back to the 37-yard line. And just like the last time that we did this, we're punting from the 37 and not going for a field goal, which was only going to be like a 54, 55-yard kick. Instead, Seattle comes out, and it's not going to be Will Pollard starting. It's instead Sam Howell. They've switched their quarterback up. Kenneth Walker gets the first carry here for 9 yards. If we can stop the run, we should have some really good success on defense. But they're going right to the option, which we have had a whole host of troubles against this entire season. They go right back to Walker, but George Vance in the backfield for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming up. Another keeper for Howell, but no room to run. 3rd and 10. Got to get to the 41-yard line for a 1st down. They're going to a screen for Walker, but the defense is there. Forbes and Antonio Stroud ready for it. And the Rams defense picks up where they left off in our last game against the Cowboys, and they get a stop. The offense comes back out. 1st and 10 from the 32. 6:06 to play here in the first quarter, or second possession. And we're going to start off with a screen to Matthew Williams, but in front of his blockers, only 2 yards. And the pistol on 2nd down, over the middle and caught. That's Trevor Offord for a nice gain, up into Seahawks territory once again. Quick throw, picked off, no! He threw it right to Ty Montgomery. That's not his name, it's not Ty, but Montgomery with the pick. It's Tyron Montgomery. I was close, but he threw it right to him. Led Jackson way too much again, and this time we pay the price. And it's a turnover. So 2 bad throws by Wagner have essentially ended both of our drives, and they're both in scoring range too. We got to clean up these picks, man. It's been too many, way too many in our last several games. I'm getting real tired of it. But at least Sam Howell misses this throw to, I believe that was George Fant, the tight end. And once again, the defense gets off the field, and we get it right back, still tied at zeros. It's the first run for Matthew Williams on the outside. A 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7, going to the pistol again. Out to Trevor Offord. That brings up a crucial 3rd down here in our 3rd drive. Clean pockets and out of reach for his receiver. Wagner, man, come on. That is 3 drive-ending misses. All 3 of them. 1st and 10. Howell keeps it, but nowhere to go. Warren Terry right there for a loss of 3. It won't be a sack, but it will be a tackle for loss. On 2nd down, this is hauled in by Brian Leonard to bring up a 3rd down from their 25-yard line. Howell through the air, completes, and they don't give Seattle the 1st down. They definitely had the 1st down there, but Farr gets screwed over by the refs, and we get the ball back after a punt. He was like 3 yards across the line again, and then just wasn't given it for whatever reason. I'll take it. It's still tied at 0 when we're going to the 2nd quarter. We've at least played better than them, but still have yet to really find our offensive rhythm. It is our first time switching playbooks this year, so that is partly why. But Wagner facing pressure misses Trevor Offord, who had 2 steps on his defender. Another misfire brings up 3rd and 6. Right side and hauled in by David Parson in traffic. Nearly jarred loose, but he hung on through the contact. And now we're going backwards. That's a false start against Steve Avila, who moved a little too early. 1st and 15. Just shy of midfield. Gonna check it down to Matthew Williams, who breaks a tackle but can't get much more. Still seeing a little too many check down throws and dump off passes, but this one is going right back to David Parson for the 1st down up to the 24-yard line. Matthew Williams runs outside for 7. In the red zone now are the Rams. 1st down to Trevor Offord. He's had a really solid 1st half so far. Next play, new set of downs, end zone, broken up for Parson. Devon Witherspoon in coverage. 2nd try, Wagner's got time, and it's incomplete over the middle. So 3rd and 10, last chance to keep this drive alive. Wagner pressured from behind and taken down by Blackwell. Had some initial good protection, but could not get the pass off in time, and the Rams do strike first, but only with a field goal. 3-0, and still over 7 to go in this 1st half. Seattle takes over, and they're going backwards. Levy in the backfield for a loss of 3 on Walker. They hand it off again, and once again, no movement. This time it's Carl Graham. So a long way to go on 3rd down for Seattle. Howell just throws it away. Another 3 and out. This defense doing all they can do. Give this offense a chance to increase their lead. 3-0, starting from the 39-yard line. Outside, short throw, complete to Eric Pemberton, his 1st reception here in this one. You have yet to really get him involved. We've gone to Trevor Offord plenty of times, though. And now we got 3 yards to go on 3rd down. Matthew Williams given the rock, and he converts up to the 50. Single back on 1st and 10. We're going to dump it off again. Williams tackled after a 3-yard pickup. Empty on the very next play. Quick throw. It's right back to Williams for the first down. He continues to be one of our most targeted receivers in these showcase games, which I'm not really a fan of because probably want to get your tight end and receivers way more involved than your running back, but a loss of 2 there brings up second down and 12. Just before the warning, right back to Matthew Williams for his 6th reception of the first half. That's about half of our completions to this point. Out of the 2-minute warning, though. New set of downs. This is caught inside the 5. David Parson getting the ball a lot more as we have gone back to last year's playbook. First and goal, Williams down to the 2-yard line. We're trying to take some time off the clock there. Why don't just rifle that one right through the back of the end zone to bring up 3rd and goal. From the 2, Williams shoved into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. And we lead by 2 scores. So Williams gets back in the end zone. We finally run the ball more than twice in one half. And look what happens. We have a lead and we've allowed no points. After that 11-play, 60-yard, 5-minute drive. Seattle still has time. 40 seconds to go. That one's knocked away from Metcalf by Darius Richards. Metcalf still has no receptions in this first half. Howell pressured and taken down by Carl Graham. To bring up 3rd and 20, we spend our first timeout because we want the ball back. And Walker's going nowhere. A loss of 1. The defense with an absolutely perfect first half. Hardly any first downs allowed. The ground game could never get going with Kenneth Walker, which has been a problem for us every time we faced him. And now we are within field goal range with that pass to Trevor Offord, who has had a monster first couple of quarters. Under 20 seconds to go, and even further down the field, up to the 14-yard line, it's David Parson. And that would take us to a field goal with a couple of seconds left, and we lead 13-0 at halftime. Just what the doctor ordered. Just what you want to see from this team trying to jump in front here in this division. At halftime, now you got the Niners hosting the Buccaneers, and they are going to be tied at halftime, but the Niners off to a 3-8 start this season. Damon Craig's Broncos getting absolutely shell-shocked by the Chargers. Meanwhile, Jay McAllister and the Chiefs lead the 6-5 Raiders approaching the halftime break. So a couple of former Rams quarterbacks having a couple of games going on right now, but Howell and the Seahawks take over to start the third quarter with no points on the board so far. They're going to keep it in the hands of Sam Howell, and he's got the first down. His 4th time keeping it here, but only 12 yards on those runs. We've been way better against him on those options than any team previously. And right now, Kenneth Walker cannot get anything going. That's a loss of 2. Another keeper for Howell, but this one might be coming back. There's a flag down after the first down run. And it is going to be holding on the offense against Matthew Bergeron. So a loss of 10. 2nd and 22. They dump it off for Walker, but Darius Richards makes a nice tackle in the open field, and they're going nowhere. Long way to go on 3rd down. A bubble screen, and it's actually going to work. There's no way. 1st and 10 Seattle. That is McKenzie with the bubble screen reception, and Emmanuel Forbes got absolutely laid out on that play. The Seahawks keep it alive. This is Walker. Still cannot find a hole opening up. He'll get the reception, though, on 2nd down to break a tackle, and Ruiz prevents the first down. 3rd and very short. They're going to throw it. It is hauled in by the tight end, Brian Leonard. Over 6.5 to play here in the third quarter. Howell under pressure, trying to take off now, and he's sacked by Bradley Lynch, the newest acquisition for this defense. He has made a huge impact on the ground for this defense. And now he shows up, bringing some more pressure off of the middle, and that will force a throwaway. 3rd and 19. Another screen, this time to Kenneth Walker. We're there before the line to gain, but a flag is down. And this time it goes against the Rams. So a penalty keeps the drive alive for Seattle. Tremaine Kennedy gets called for roughing the passer, and it's 1st and 10 from the 11. As Howell airmails that one. Walker on the ground. Planted for only a 1-yard pickup on 11th run. His 11th run, only 11 yards. The ground defense has been fantastic, and so is the pass rush. 4th and 21 coming up. Kennedy gets to Howell to make up for the penalty. And the Seahawks have to settle for 3 instead of a touchdown. It's still a 2-score game after all. The Rams take over from the 26. On the ground with Williams to the outside. Gain of 7 yards. Only his 8th carry so far today. Hasn't been very efficient. And neither has the passing game. 17 for 26. No passing touchdowns. That was almost a PI call. Surprised it wasn't. 3rd and 3. And we move the sticks. David Jackson hauls it in. Gain of 10. That's his first reception all day long. Good pickup in pass protection by Williams, but the pass is incomplete for David Parson. 3 minutes to go here in the quarter. And we've got 3rd and long coming up. Can we keep the drive alive? Play fake. And hauled in by Parson. What a big day for him. After a relatively quiet couple of weeks over this 3-game win streak, he's getting heavily involved here in this one. Another pickup for him, a 3. 2nd down. Williams, no room to run. That backs us up. 9 to go on 3rd. I got to get to the 34.5-yard line to keep it alive. Wagner, intercepted by Witherspoon, underthrew it for Trevor Offord. And that is his 2nd INT of the day. Another costly turnover, man, because we were in scoring range, or nearly there. If he puts this one on the money, it's a touchdown probably, because Offord has a step. There's no safety near him. But instead, Wagner throws a bullet pass that's picked off. The Seahawks take over, and Howell has to throw it away. The defense for us has been absolutely stellar, but we're just giving Seattle way too many chances here. Luckily, that one's jarred loose again. Metcalf still has not hauled in a single reception, but the drive is kept alive by the tight end Brian Leonard, who we always seem to have trouble against. The 3rd quarter is over. Seattle driving down by 10. So 1 quarter left to play. Can we close this game out? Walker on the give, up the gut for 6. They're already in field goal range. Rams bring pressure. Howell has to throw it away. 8 for 16 passing, only 100 passing yards to this point. Been a very good day in pass coverage for the Rams, but the screen is going to convert the 1st down. Defense is too late to react there, and Seattle keeps it alive, and now they're inside the 10. Hauled in by Stovall for the 1st down. And the Seahawks are knocking on the door from the 5-yard line. Howell, end zone, wide open. It's Brian Leonard, the tight end. What is it with this team and just allowing these kinds of scores? Because Levy just ran right by Leonard. Like, I knew that he was going to be open, and He just walked right by him into a completely open space where there was not a single Seahawk. So, not sure how to remedy those kinds of defensive plays, but it's 10-13, and Pemberton is hurt on the return. So, there goes one of our top playmakers. So that means that Morgan Sedemeyer will check back in a pretty big role, but we never really targeted Pemberton at all really in this game. Only had a 1 or 2 catches all day long. And that's a big difference from this year's playbook. This pass is incomplete. 3rd and 4 coming up. Trying to avoid a 3-and-out. Wagner over the middle. He's got David Jackson for the first down. He's been heavily involved here in this game. Just shy of the 50 now. Williams on the ground. We'll get to it, but not much more. Just a 2.5 average on the ground so far for him. That's been a weak part of our offense here in this one. And Wagner is still missing these kinds of throws. It's like his 5th or 6th really bad accuracy miss. But now he's got Jackson wide open inside the 25-yard line. Over 300 yards once again for Wagner because we just keep throwing the ball. He's got more than 35 passes, and now he's picked off. He threw it right to Patrick Queen. His 3rd pick of the game, man. What is going on with our quarterback? We saw 3 picks last week, 5 picks prior to that, and now his 3rd today, throwing it right to him. Once again, we were in scoring range, about to extend our lead, but instead, Seattle takes over, and they're already driving up to midfield. What has happened to Jesse Wagner this year? This is completely different. This is going back to even worse than his first couple of weeks to start his entire NFL career. I do not know what is going on, but now I'm officially worried we might have a legitimate quarterback problem. Are we really going to have to think about quarterback again in the NFL drafts? I really don't want to. I really don't want to, but we might have to. Our defense gets off the field again. They're doing their best. This is one of their best games all year long. Under 5 to play, we still lead somehow. Let's protect it for once. Gain of 7 to Morgan Stoudemire's first reception all day. And on 2nd down, Andrew Whalen takes down Jesse Wagner. A loss of 4. That brings up 3rd and 7. They're going to a screen. Williams has blockers in front, and he's got the first down. But now he's shaken up at the end of the play. Are you kidding me? We've lost Pemberton. Now we've lost our number 1 running back. And he will not return to this game. Demarius Allen checks in and immediately gets tackled for a loss of 3. That's amazing. Long way to go on 2nd down. Wagner knocked away from Jackson, who had a window but couldn't hang on to it. 3rd and 13. Play action. Wagner steps up just to throw it away. And they're going to have a chance to tie things up. The offense has only scored so far in 1 single quarter. The 2nd quarter, we failed to score in the 1st, failed to score in the 3rd, and it failed to score so far in the 4th. Can our defense get one final stop? One final stop to win us this game. How? Incomplete. Sub 50% completion percentage. We can't lose this game, guys. Come on. It's caught by Leonard, though, up the seam for the first down. And now another Rams defender goes down. It's Antoine Washington. The injuries are piling up. And so are the lack of good offensive drives. That's incomplete for Howell. 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Protection collapses. Howell gets rid of it and finds Leonard. And now a flag is down. And it's going to be a face mask on Emmanuel Forbes on the tackle. And that will give them a first down in plus territory. 1st and 10 Seattle. Howell on the move. Links up once again with his tight end to move the chains. And now they are well within field goal range. Only down by 3. From the 25. Howell flushed outside the pocket, and Leonard dropped it this time. Lucky break for us. 2nd down, pressure coming. It's Carlos Ruiz on the sack. A loss of 9 to back him up. The 35-yard line, a huge play. Out of the warning. 3rd and 19. There's a hold right there on Quincy Basnights. Clear as day. Pass incomplete. That's the right penalty call. And we elect to decline the penalty and we'll let them take the game-tying field goal instead of taking 3rd and 29. When we could have taken them out of field goal range. Why did we just do that? Why not make it as difficult as possible for him? Instead, they've scored 13 unanswered points. 1st and 10. Los Angeles. Wagner intercepted again for the 4th time. You cannot be serious. Patrick Queen picks up his 2nd INT of the 2nd half. And I just don't understand what I'm seeing here. Jesse Wagner is now going to lose us this game. Seattle takes over in plus territory from the 10-yard line. Walker up inside the 5. Next play. Trying to get in the end zone, but Levy tackles him shy. 3rd and 1. On the other side, Carlos Ruiz this time keeps him out of the end zone. 4th and inches. The defense is doing all they possibly can. But Seattle takes their first lead. We have not scored since halftime. We were up 13-0. Now we're losing 16-13. We have one last chance to pretty much tie the game and force overtime. We've already taken 20 seconds off the clock. We have no timeouts. Wagner slings it out of bounds. Just wasted a play right there, not even trying to throw a completion. 2nd and 10. Backing up and once again throwing the ball away. We have 11 seconds left to get a playoff and a field goal off. 3rd down. Wagner. Incomplete for Parson, who was wide open. And he couldn't keep his feet in bounds. 4th down, and Wagner throws his 5th. Are you kidding? The game is over. We're gonna lose like this. I haven't seen us have a game this bad since the Damon Craig era. I well and truly haven't. The last 3 games we have watched, he's thrown 13 interceptions. We cannot win with that kind of play. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even really know what to think. I don't know what to do. He threw 48 passes when he never did that with this playbook last year. 48 today. We had like 50 passes last episode. And picks upon picks. I just can't use a custom playbook. I just got to go back to a different one. I got to switch things up here because we're stuck with Wagner for the rest of this season. We still have a chance, but bad news piles up. Matthew Williams out for 7 weeks. His year's done. And Pemberton out for 4 weeks. 2 big-time playmakers have now been knocked out for multiple weeks. And that's going to end Matthew Williams' season. He's done. We don't have that many games left on our schedule. He's done. He's going off to IR. Unless we make the playoffs, his year's over. Jesse Wagner, I don't know how he has a skill point coming out of that loss. But what more can we do? This is pretty much the exact same thing that we had to go through with Damon Craig. What can we do to fix him? And even worse, Trevor Offord still won't take a big deal to come back. And you got to think it's part of the quarterback play that's playing a role in him not taking that deal. He's already thrown 18 picks, by far his career high, with still so many weeks left to go. He has just completely regressed and fallen off the map. His rating is lower than Craig's ever was in his career. What is happening to our team? What is happening to this offense? 5 picks this week, 3 last week, 5 prior to that, 2 against the Cardinals, 1 against the Niners, or 2 against the Niners. This is bad. We are really in trouble here. I'm not sure where to go from here either.